Hi everybody, Matthew Williams, Soccer Director for America Scores Cleveland. Today's video is going to focus about kickoffs. Now kickoffs are probably one of the most important part of the game because without it, we can't start the game. Now, we use kickoffs 3 different times during the game. As I just mentioned, we use kickoffs to start the game. We also use kickoffs to start the second half, and we use kickoffs to start the game after a goal has been scored. So let's talk a little bit about how we determine a kickoff and who gets to take a kickoff at those 3 different spots. So the first 2 at the beginning of the game and in the beginning of the half are chosen before the game even starts. Prior to the start of the game, the referee will meet with 2 players, 1 representative from each team. Sometimes we call these representatives captains. The captains, or these team representatives, will come to the center of the field with the referee and do some type of a game of chance. Traditionally, it's a coin flip, but in America Scores, sometimes we use things as like paper, rock, scissors, or we might even have a game where you choose a number between 1 and 10 or 1 and 20, and the closest without going over wins the game. Once you win that game of chance, then you get to decide if you want the kickoff at the beginning of the game or the beginning of the second half. The opposite team will then get the other option. So if you win the game of chance and decide to kick off at the beginning, then the other team will kick off at the second half. When we start a game after a goal has been scored, the team who kicks off is the team who got scored against. So remember, strategically, once you have that ball and you just got scored against, you want to keep that ball in some form of possession. Now, where do we take a kickoff from? Well, that's pretty simple. On a soccer field, it's always going to be divided into half, and there's going to be a line in the middle of the field. In the middle of that, there should be a spot, or what's called the center spot. That's where a kickoff is taken from. So once the referee places the ball at the center spot, the kicking team will come up to the ball. The defensive team needs to be on their half of the field and be about 6 yards to 10 yards away from the ball in all directions. That's why you will see that circle on the middle of most soccer fields. That's the distance that the team must stand away from the ball. Now, when kicking off the ball, there is something that must happen for that ball to be officially in play. What that is that ball must make a full rotation before it can be put into play. Again, that's a 1 full rotation around before the ball is officially in play. Now, there was a rule several years ago that the ball had to go forward. That is no longer a rule. FIFA, the international governing body of soccer, has decided that the ball can go in any direction. So it can be passed backwards, sideways, or forward. The only other thing that can't happen is the same person who touches the ball first can't touch the ball second. Basically, as the kicker, I may not dribble the ball into play. I have to pass it to one of my teammates. Again, forward, backward, or to the side. One last thing. A lot of people ask, can the ball go directly into the goal? Well, the answer is yes. A kickoff is what's called a direct kick, and a direct kick can always go into the goal. Is it the best strategy? Probably not. But if it happens, it is a goal. So goalies, always be aware and ready on a kickoff. Thanks, everybody. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you soon.